Today, we are ranking 7 managers who genuinely struggled at smaller clubs but became absolute elites the second they stepped up to the biggest stages. And trust me, you want to stick around for the last one because it might just be the most fascinating thing happening in football management right now. Let's start with the man who has done something nobody else in football history has ever done. Nobody has won 5 Champions League titles as a manager. Only one person, Carlo Ancelotti. The only coach to win a league title in all 5 of Europe's top divisions. But before all of that, the man was genuinely struggling. He started at Serie B side Reggiana in 1995, got them promoted in his first season, then moved to Parma. At Parma, despite having Gianluigi Buffon, Fabio Cannavaro and Hernan Crespo in his squad, Ancelotti finished 2nd in Serie A in his first season and 6th in his second before being dismissed in 1998. Not a single trophy. He then moved to Juventus in February 1999, and his only piece of silverware there was the Intertoto Cup. He lost Serie A by a single point in his first full campaign and went trophyless the following season before being sacked. 2 clubs, no major honours. Then AC Milan called in November 2001 and everything shifted. Champions League in 2003, Champions League again in 2007, Serie A in 2004. After that came a Premier League and FA Cup double with Chelsea, League One with PSG, Bundesliga with Bayern and 3 more Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. The man simply needed elite talent around him to unlock the elite manager hiding within him. He certainly won't be rushing to add his Everton spell to the highlight reel, but the point stands. Give Ancelotti world-class players and he becomes unstoppable. Then we have Vincent Kompany, who as a player was a Premier League legend, 4 titles with Manchester City, a captain who drove an entire club's transformation, but his managerial beginnings told a very different story. He became full-time head coach at Anderlecht in August 2020 and spent 2 seasons there, finishing 4th in the Belgian Pro League in his first campaign and 3rd in his second. He also lost the Belgian Cup final on penalties to Gent in his second year. For one of Belgium's most historically dominant clubs, those were deeply underwhelming finishes. Then Burnley appointed him in June 2022, and he promptly bossed the second tier with 101 points. Dominant, yes. Then his first Premier League season with Burnley was an absolute disaster, but that did not stop Bayern Munich from coming for him. And at the Allianz Arena, Kompany delivered the Bundesliga title in his first season, finishing 13 points clear of the chasing pack. The bigger the club, the better the manager. And you are going to love this one because it perfectly captures what happens when a manager's vision is simply too big for the resources around him. Roberto Martinez is a football idealist. He believes in possession-based attacking football regardless of the circumstances. At Wigan Athletic from 2009, that philosophy could only produce 4 seasons of Premier League survival, with finishes of 16th, 16th, 15th and 18th. He did deliver the shock of the decade by winning the 2013 FA Cup against Manchester City at Wembley, but Wigan was still relegated that same week. At Everton, his first season was great, 72 points, their highest ever Premier League tally, 5th place and European football. But his system's defensive vulnerabilities caught up with him, and by his 3rd season, Everton had dropped to 12th before he was sacked in May 2016. Then came the Belgium national team, and that was the environment where Martinez truly belonged. Players like Eden Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku gave his philosophy the quality it always demanded. He guided Belgium to 3rd place at the 2018 World Cup, their greatest ever tournament finish, and kept them ranked number 1 in the FIFA World Rankings from 2018 to 2022. Now, with Portugal, he won the UEFA Nations League in 2025. Give this man elite players and watch him shine. Talking of elite, Martinez might just give Ronaldo that World Cup trophy his fans cherish dearly. Right, pay close attention to this one because it is happening right now, in real time. Michael Carrick arrived at Middlesbrough in October 2022, with the club sitting 21st in the Championship. He produced a stunning turnaround, winning 16 of his first 23 matches and guiding them to a 4th place finish at the end of that season. Remarkable, but what came next exposed the limitations of that environment. Borough lost in the playoff semi-finals to Coventry City. His second full season ended in 8th. His third ended in 10th. Following 4 defeats in their last 6 matches, and Carrick was sacked in June 2025. The philosophy was clear and the football was often attractive, but consistent results never arrived with the resources available at that level. Then Manchester United came calling in January 2026 and the difference was instant. His very first game in charge ended in a 2-0 win over Manchester City in the derby at Old Trafford. Then, a stunning 3-2 comeback win at Arsenal, United's first away league victory at the Emirates since December 2017. Wins over Fulham and Tottenham followed, 4 wins from 4. Premier League Manager of the Month in his opening stint. The quality of the players around him changed everything. Now, Luis Enrique might be the most interesting manager on this entire list. The man is barefoot at training, philosophically obsessive about how he wants his teams to play, and completely unbothered by what anyone thinks of his methods. But his early results as a senior manager did not match that intensity at all. He took charge of Roma in the 2011-12 season, finished 7th in Serie A, and departed after just one campaign. Then Celta Vigo in La Liga during 2013-14, where he guided them to 9th place before again leaving after 1 year. No trophies, nothing memorable by the standards of what came next anyway. Barcelona appointed him in 2014, and in his very first season, he delivered a historic treble: La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. Just like that. The Messi, Suarez and Neymar trio under his guidance became the most devastating attacking combination in modern football. He followed that up with 2 more La Liga titles and 2 more Copa del Reys. Then PSG appointed him in 2023, and in May 2025, he led them to the Champions League title with a 5-0 demolition of Inter Milan in the final. The biggest canvas consistently produces his greatest painting. And finally, Maurizio Sarri. This man spent years grinding his way up through the lower divisions of Italian football, working as a bank manager while coaching part-time before finally breaking through at senior level. His system became so recognizable that the football world gave it its own name, Sarri Ball. At Empoli in Serie B, he guided them to promotion to Serie A in 2014 and earned the Napoli job. At Napoli, he was extraordinary. Relentless pressing, vertical movement, possession with genuine purpose. Napoli finished second to Juventus in 2017-18 with 91 points, a tally that would have won the title in almost any other season in history. Then Chelsea brought him in 2018 and he won the Europa League in his only season at Stamford Bridge. Juventus appointed him in 2019, and despite winning Serie A, his methods never fully connected with the senior players. Ronaldo questioned his tactics openly. Relationships with key squad members deteriorated publicly. He was sacked after 1 season following their Champions League elimination by Lyon. At Lazio from 2021, he reached the Champions League knockout rounds before resigning in 2024. The recurring theme is identical everywhere. When the players align completely with his demanding philosophy, the football is breathtaking. When they do not, friction takes over, and that is your list. 7 managers who needed the biggest stage to show the world what they were truly capable of. Which manager surprised you the most? Will Pep Guardiola fail at a small club? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss videos like this from us. Catch you in the next one. Bye.